If you've been following the NFL for a while, you know very well that the mainstream media and major outlets like Bleacher Report, ESPN, and Sports Illustrated are completely obsessed with stories of reconciliation and romantic reunions in American football. They love to paint scenarios where former athletes triumphantly return to their old clubs or coaches, as if the sport were driven solely by nostalgia and not by multi-million-dollar contracts and cold tactical adjustments. We've seen the same story played out dozens of times here in Foxborough. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. Endless rumors about Stephen Gilmore's return, empty speculation involving Kyle Van Noy, and so many other narratives designed to stir the hearts of fans. Historically, the New England Patriots have already promoted some real returns that worked out very well, such as the returns of Patrick Chung and LeGarrette Blount at crucial moments in our dynasty, proving that when the functional fit is perfect, the reunion is justified on the field. However, the most common mistake analysts make when looking at our franchise from the outside is thinking that any familiar face will solve a current roster problem, ignoring the real tactical needs that are emerging on the field. Recently, Bleacher Report published an article listing ideal destinations for the top offensive free agents on the market, and while they placed Stephon Diggs on the Washington Commanders, they pointed to an old acquaintance, Jonnu Smith, as the perfect fit to return to the New England Patriots. It's the typical lazy media script. Since head coach Mike Vrabel just closed a blockbuster trade to reunite with wide receiver A.J. Brown, analysts automatically assume he'll want to bring back his entire old Tennessee Titans roster. But modern American football demands much more than locker room connections, and a deep analysis of our current roster shows that putting Jonnu Smith back in Foxborough could be a huge conceptual error based solely on brand name and past success, completely disregarding the real hole we need to fill in the offense. The stark truth is that the New England Patriots' summer training camp plans have suffered a violent setback in recent weeks, creating a real urgency that the coaching staff didn't expect to have to address so soon. During on-field activities, OTAs, tight end Julian Hill, whom we had just signed in free agency to a 3-year, $15 million contract to be the tactical cornerstone of our running game, suffered a devastating knee injury that immediately placed him on the injured reserve IR list, sidelining him for the entire 2026 season. Hill's loss has generated a heavy silence and much concern behind the scenes in Foxborough. After all, the athlete had rejected offers from rival Miami Dolphins precisely. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together, because he saw New England as the ideal environment to demonstrate his value in the league. Coach Mike Vrabel himself didn't hide his frustration in his press conferences, calling the situation devastating and openly admitting that the front office will need to evaluate the market and add a new tight end to the roster before the start of training camp. Looking objectively at our current depth chart for the position, the scenario is one of extreme pressure and little margin for error. We have the veteran hunter Henry established as our main aerial outlet, and the third-round rookie from Notre Dame, Eli Raridon, a young, athletic 2.01-meter player who will now be forced to skip steps and assume immense offensive responsibility earlier than planned. Behind them, the only available options are C.J. Dipper, Jack Westover, and Tanner Arkin, athletes who are seen only as developmental projects by the coaching staff, and who, at this moment, possess neither the physical capacity to impose dominant screens on the line of scrimmage nor the technical refinement to punish opposing defenses by receiving passes on intermediate routes. It is precisely in this scenario of desperation for depth that the media suggestion of bringing Jonnu Smith back begins to crumble when confronted with our tactical reality. There is an abysmal difference between the type of player Jonnu Smith is today and the type of athlete the Patriots lost with Julian Hill's tragic injury. Hill was brought to Foxborough with a very clear and specific mission: to be our number 3 tight end focused purely on heavy blocking. A true workhorse tasked with lining up in the trenches and opening up physical space for Ramondre Stevenson's running game and the speed of our dynamic second-round rookie, Tre'Veyon Henderson. Jonnu Smith, on the other hand, has transformed. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Our goal is to reach 1,000 subscribers, and you can be part of this milestone. Just click subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Let's reach 1,000 subscribers together. Throughout his career into a dynamic pass catcher, a player with short receptions and a high capacity to gain yards after contact, but who delivers very little when it comes to physical combat on the offensive line. In his final season with the Pittsburgh Steelers, Jonnu had a statistically very below-average year because he was completely buried and hidden at the bottom of a congested depth chart, competing for snaps with Pat Freiermuth, blocker Connor Hayward, and the giant Darnell Washington, who weighs over 135 kilos and monopolized the power plays on the team. Although Bleacher Report argues that the 30-year-old would have many more targets and receiving opportunities in New England, the reality is that the Patriots don't need another pure receiver at the tight end position. We already have Hunter Henry for that primary role, and rookie Eli Raridon developing by leaps and bounds, not to mention the arsenal of wide receivers already supporting young quarterback Drake May. Bringing Jonnu Smith in to fill the role that was Julian Hill's would be trying to fit a round piece into a square hole, demanding a physicality from him that he no longer prioritizes. To leave no doubt that this is a purely tactical and mathematical decision, the analytical data from Pro Football Focus, PFF, perfectly exposes this discrepancy in styles and shows where the danger lies. When we analyzed Jonnu Smith's recent stint with the Pittsburgh Steelers, his blocking scores were alarmingly low. He registered a 46.8 overall blocking score, with a meager 45.2 blocking for the run and 51.8 in pass protection. The most alarming statistic is his usage percentage. Jonnu was used to block in only 38.3% of the snaps he was on the field for the Steelers, spending the vast majority of his time running routes as an open receiver. The media insists on reminding us that during his time with the Tennessee Titans under Mike Vrabel, Jonnu Smith was a much more efficient and present blocker, registering a solid run blocking score of 66.6 and an efficiency of 57 in the running game, being used to block in a significant 59.4% of plays. But we need to face the facts of 2026. Time has passed, the athlete's body has changed, and the Patriots' offensive coordinator is now Josh McDaniels, whose system demands a level of physical sacrifice and trench warfare that the current Jonnu doesn't consistently deliver. Furthermore, Jonnu Smith will inevitably command a considerably higher market value due to his status as a former Pro Bowler, something completely unrealistic for a team looking only for a team player. Conversely, when we look at the list of available free agents who truly fit the strength philosophy that Patriots need to pave the way for Ramondre Stevenson, names like Will Dissly, Zach Ertz, and John Fitzpatrick appear as honest options, but none of them shine as brightly in strength metrics as the veteran Pharaoh Brown. If you want my honest opinion as someone who breathes the inner workings of this team every day, the New England Patriots need to stay away from Jonnu Smith and immediately focus on bringing Pharaoh Brown back to Foxborough. I know Jonnu had the year of his life in 2024 playing for the Miami Dolphins, where he had an impressive 88 receptions and 884 yards, showing a very high technical ceiling. But our current reality demands a completely different profile. We don't need to spend money on a big name or player who will complain about not receiving targets from Drake May. We need a tough, heavy guy with an aggressive mindset in the trenches. Pharaoh Brown is the perfect guy to fill this gap, and the data proves it beyond any doubt. In his last stint in New England, he recorded a spectacular 72.2 run blocking rating on PFF, acting exactly as the blocking specialist, who destroyed defenders on the line of scrimmage to open up running lanes. Even without accumulating impressive reception statistics at his recent clubs like the Dolphins and Arizona Cardinals, Pharaoh Brown is an extremely respected athlete for his physical prowess and tactical commitment. As CLNS media analysts rightly pointed out, Coach Mike Vrabel loves players who bring that imposing, disciplined, and aggressive physical presence to the running game. And Pharaoh Brown himself has already weighed in on social media, responding to the rumors with a direct, "I prefer this signing too. I'm still a young kid." The front office has the salary cap space, the player wants to return, and the fit with Vrabel's scheme is immediate. Bringing Pharaoh back isn't just a matter of cheap nostalgia. It's a smart business decision and a structured football strategy to protect the development of our franchise quarterback. The outcome of this search for a new tight end will directly dictate the pace and success of our offensive attack once training camp officially begins in July. If the Patriots front office makes the mistake of following the national media rumors and signing Jonnu Smith, we run the real risk of seeing our running game stagnate, overloading the offensive line and leaving rookie Tre'Veyon Henderson without the necessary edge blocks to explode on running plays from the sidelines. On the other hand, if Mike Vrabel's coaching staff keeps their feet on the ground, ignores the hype, and secures the signing of Pharaoh Brown on a short, friendly one-year contract, the Patriots instantly fill the hole left by Julian Hill, guaranteeing robust protection in the trenches and providing the perfect tactical balance for Hunter Henry and Eli Raridon to destroy opposing defenses in the passing game. This discussion will continue to simmer behind the scenes in Foxborough until the pen is put to paper and a new name is officially announced by the franchise. We're working hard here on the channel with the ambitious goal of reaching the historic milestone of 50,000 subscribers before the official start of team training, and I need the massive support of the best fans in the world to get there together. So, click the subscribe button right now, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any exclusive updates, and smash the like button if you want to see our team physically strong in 2026. Now I want to see the community really debate here in the comments section. Who would you hire today to save our group of tight ends, Jonnu Smith, Pharaoh Brown, or would you look for another alternative on the market? Leave your comment with the corresponding letters, actively participate in our discussion, and as always, let's cheer together. Let's go Pats!